Welcome to Horizon News. In tonight's programme, a new road for Cullompton, but will it improve the town? What next for the derelict shopping centre in Exeter? And the big match, can Exeter overcome the 2 times European champions? Local people in Devon are divided over plans to install a relief road through community playing fields. It's hoped the Cullompton bypass could cut delays and improve movement around the town. But some argue it may just take traffic away, and what the town needs is more parking. To tell us more, we'll be coming to Dan Collins.
The town of Cullompton has been dealing with issues of congestion in the town centre. This means if there is roadworks or a collision, the road comes to a complete standstill, affecting many morning commuters' journey to the city centre. In 2018, a proposition was made to create a large road connecting Duke Street to Station Road, and they received the go-ahead for it in 2021. It wasn't until late 2024, however, when the council received over £33 million from Homes England to create the road. I'm here now with Chairman of the CCA, Ian Emmett, to see what he thinks about the creation of the road. So, how do you think this road will affect Cullompton?
It's going to have a massive impact on the town centre. We have very few shops there at the moment because people don't feel safe because of the traffic in the town. To remove that through traffic, and that 70% of all the traffic doesn't stop, that through traffic being stopped and going on the relief road will make the town centre so much better, so much calmer, safer, all those things. It can only be a bonus in the long term.
Thank you very much, Ian. Now, the people of Cullompton had this to say.
Make the high street very quiet because people won't come up to town. They'll just bypass the high street, 4th Street, the shops will close, I reckon.
Well, it'll probably help Cullompton a lot because the traffic's always held up in the town. There's no traffic warden at all in the town. A big help, that's all.
And now joining us live in the studio is Rob Chadwick from the Anti-Road Cullompton campaign. Rob, tell us more about your campaign.
Well, we here at the Anti-Road Cullompton campaign are not against progress. We understand the need for a link road. It's clear that traffic in the town is terrible at times, but we also need a community. And what's being ridden roughshod over in order to build this road would be a cricket pitch, a football pitch, plenty of wildlife. It's basically ripping the heart out of the sports within the community. And I think we need to focus both on building those community links and making sure people can do things that keep them fit and healthy, as well as being able to get to the A38 quickly and back.
Speaking about community links, Mid-Devon government say that this will access a lot of homes and development to the east of the M5 area, this new road. What do you say to that statement?
Well, I think it's great that we're building new homes. Young people need places to live and stuff. But again, is this the best place to build that road? I'm not convinced there is. There is another version of this road that could skirt around the cricket pitch and the rugby pitch and thereby allow us to keep these valuable community resources.
And what do you think the effect will be on the climate around your area, taking away fields and dog walking parks and sport area like it is?
I mean, the climate is definitely a consideration. Obviously, we don't want added pollution and stuff, but I think we have to be realistic enough to agree that there needs to be more homes for young people to be able to afford. However, it does need to be a consideration. If we build double lane highways everywhere, then that is not going to help people with pollution and breathing difficulties.
Mid-Devon government have also stated that it will relieve congestion in the town, leading to less air pollution in the town centre, therefore attracting more people. What do you say to that statement?
You're just moving the problem. You're basically taking it from the town centre to another area of the town. So you're moving all that traffic from there and creating a biohazard over here instead. So, as I said, we do need something to bypass that town, but it doesn't need to be there. And if it is there, it becomes a problem.
So what is your campaign going to do to actually stop these plans going through?
We are going to basically picket the building site when it starts coming, and we're also going to be represented when the town council start having meetings about it or continue having meetings about it.
And is there any plans for any protest or silent protests
Yeah,
around
as
the
I
area?
said, we'll do a sit-down protest in front of the diggers if necessary, but we're hoping not to get to that. We're hoping we can negotiate with the town council to come up with a better solution.
Thank you very much, Rob. That's all the time we have for today. Rob Chadwick from the Anti-Road Columpton campaign.
Shop closures.
And now new plans to bring the Harlequins Centre back to life have been thrown out by Exeter City Council. There were hopes that the mall would become a hotel and new homes, but investors have pulled out, leaving the future of the site uncertain. Our Exeter correspondent, Belle Budd, reports.
Shop closures have indeed become a rising issue within the UK. In 2014 alone, 13,000 businesses were closed down, and 11,341 of those being independent businesses, and Exeter is no exception to this statement. After costing an initial £6 million to build in 1987, the Harlequins shopping centre in the corner of Queen Street has been waiting for deconstruction after 5 years of closure. Shop fronts inside are locked up and notices informing people of closures still remain in shop windows. In 2018, Harlequins was taken over by Carlisle Capital in order to create a hotel and communal living. But in 2022, these plans were unfortunately dismissed. The company in 2022 changed their mind to recreate the site into flats. This building would then contain 387 studios in total, all with communal living areas. Now, the developers working on the so-called Ghost Mall will not be providing these affordable homes that they have promised to the public. Instead, there are plans to move the development somewhere else in Exeter. However, it's not just Harlequins and all the small businesses that fell dependent on the shopping centre that are now in trouble. In correlation with the current housing crisis, again, the single citizens of Exeter are further limited within their housing options.
What do you think about Exeter's current living crisis?
Well, to be honest, I'm not really aware of it. I rent down on the quay, and I've lived here for about 5 years now, so I really don't have much of a position on it. However, I can say living is expensive these days and people really are struggling. So if you've got rentals and people are pushing those prices up and the price for houses is going up, then rentals are going up and people are caught. They don't have more money, and yet renters are expecting more of them.
Sport now, and Exeter City are preparing for their match against Premier League giants Nottingham Forest. It's the first time since Exeter have been in the FA Cup fourth round for 44 years. From St James's Park, here's Bradley Green.
This is a massive moment for Exeter City. It is a huge moment for the fans and for the city of Exeter itself. Not since 1981 has this club made it this far. It was a dream tie for the fan-owned club, and the cheers from the Big Bank will be heard for miles around. I have been speaking to some Exeter City players about how they are feeling ahead of Forest.
Good.
So, you excited about playing Nottingham Forest?
Definitely. Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
So, what's your favourite part about playing Nottingham Forest then?
Yeah, maybe about the challenge. So obviously facing world-class players, so it's going to be really nice, and I know the atmosphere is going to be really good as well. So yeah, can't wait.
So, you excited to play Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean it's the first time the club's been in the fourth round for a long time, and so I'm sure the fans will be excited. And it's obviously a good occasion for us, but one we think we can go into and try and cause an upset.
So Caleb, you excited to play Nottingham Forest?
Yeah.
So, what part about Nottingham Forest excites you the most?
All the cameras.
I have commentated on the FA Cup so far this season. I commentated on the third round match when Exeter beat Oxford, and it was a great game to be involved with because it was a big crowd, big atmosphere, and a big result. Probably from a local perspective, the best game was when Exeter beat Lincoln in the League Two playoff semi-finals to book their place at Wembley for the playoff final.
We do hope that all of Devon will be cheering for Exeter today as they hope to progress into the fifth round of the FA Cup. Back to you, Barnaby, in the studio.
So, Dan, how's it looking out there for this evening's game? Coats and scarves for tonight is expected.
Thank you, Barnaby. Well, it is expected to be cloudy and cold all across the southwest today. Temperatures are expected to be remaining below 5 degrees, and some expected showers are going to be sprinkling over East Tiverton and Salcombe, with some expected cloud over Tiverton, Honiton, Exeter and Torquay. Then, in the evening, the cloud is expected to move over Tavistock, Plymouth, and showers are expected to continue in Salcombe and East Tiverton. Thank you for listening. Back to you, Barnaby.
Thank you, Dan. We're all very excited to see how the Grecians get on in tonight's game. That's all from us at Horizon. Join us tomorrow at 1. Goodbye.